Hello. So last time we read this book, the Milo and the Magical Stones. So we read the sad ending last time. So I'm going to reread the story, and we're going to do the happy ending this time. So that light in the background is making it a little difficult to see, but I'll try my best. In the middle of the sea there was an island, and on this island lived Milo and the other cliff mice. They loved their island. It provided them with food and shelter and protection from the rough storms that pounded waves against the cliffs. During the summer, Milo and his friends worked hard gathering food. Sometimes they would take a break from their work and skip flat stones over the sea. In the evenings, the mice would stretch out on the cliffs that had been warmed by the sun and watch the stars in the night sky. If it was warm enough, they would spend the entire night outside telling stories and enjoying the mild summer air. But when the first winter storms arrived, the mice would spend most of their time huddled in the dark, damp caves, dreaming of light and warmth. After one of these storms, Milo crept out of his cave, looking for food. He poked his nose curiously into every crevice. Then, in a particularly deep crevice, he saw something extraordinary, a strange glowing stone. Using a long stick, he carefully pried it out and carried it back to his cave. Milo was amazed to see that the darker it got, the more brightly the stone glowed. And not only did it provide light, it also gave off a comforting warmth. Happily, Milo curled up in the corner of his cave with his treasure, but he was not alone for long, because the bright light soon attracted the other mice. Everyone wanted a stone of his own, and they asked Milo to show them where he had found his. But as they were about to set off, wise Balthazar stood up and spoke. "Don't forget," he said, "the stones belong to the island. If you take something from the island, you must give something in return." Now, do the happy ending here. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing. Somebody else will get that. "Balthazar is right," said Milo. But what could Milo give to the island? He thought about it for many days, until at last he had an idea. He went down to the shore where the sea washed up all kinds of stones, and looked for one that was about the same size as the one he had taken. He sat down and started chipping away at the stone. Curious, the other mice gathered around. Milo worked for hours, until he had carved a beautiful sun into the stone. Then Milo led his friends to the hidden crevice in the mountain, and put his carved stone in the place where he had found the glowing stone. The other mice began digging. Directly below the crevice they found a tunnel that ran deep into the mountain. The further into the mountain they went, the more glowing stones they found. Each mouse took one and carefully carried it home. Then, like Milo, they found ordinary stones along the shore and started to decorate them. Some mice carved, etched, or drew on their stones. Others wrapped them or decorated them with flowers, leaves, or roots. They created beautiful works of art, then carried them deep into the mountain and placed their gifts where they had found their glowing stones. From then on, the windy winter weather did not bother the mice, who snuggled happily in their bright, warm caves. Often they got together and told stories, just like they did in the summertime. These gatherings made the long, cold nights seem shorter, and winter less damp and dark. Every year, the mice celebrated the beginning of winter. They met in Balthazar's cave and danced and sang. When it got dark, they took the magical stones on a parade along the cliffs as a special tribute to their beloved island. Good. Well, so that was the happy ending. So everything turned out a lot better than it did in the sad ending. So, if you would like to suggest some kind of book or have any other questions, just let me know in an email in my video description, and I'll see you guys next time.